They called her defective. Not dangerous, not unstable, just defective. As her misaligned retinal symmetry and unstandardized emotional thresholds render her less than real. Karenna had been created, not born. Geneborne, second-tier Varellan class. Bred in vats on a moon she never saw, educated by neuroimprint, and isolated in sterile glass until her auction readiness was certified. But even among artificial lives, she was an outlier. Her designation had been red-stamped with a term few ever escaped: non-optimal. She sat beneath the glaring lights of auction ring 12 on Drellic 9, shackled by bio-chains more symbolic than necessary. No one saw her as a threat. Why would they? She was defective. The crowd, mostly alien delegates and mercantile AI proxies, barely gave her a glance. Some read her profile on the auction wall: enhanced linguistics, core diplomacy protocols, tactical subroutines dormant. One eye slightly larger than the other. Neural latency 2.2 milliseconds above the Varellan standard. Aesthetic asymmetry noted. Suggested reprocessing, disassembly. Next, the announcer barked. No one bid, until a gruff voice, too deep and slow to be synthetic, echoed, 5,000 credits. Gasps rippled. A human? Here? He stepped into the light. A tall Terran wrapped in worn trade leathers, grease under his fingernails, and a datapad slung lazily on one hip. His name, according to the registry, was Elias Dane. Occupation, salvager. Reputation, inconsistent. The auctioneer blinked. You're bidding on the Varellan unit? Looks like you're not drowning in offers. Silence. Then, as no counterbid followed, the hammer fell. Sold. No applause. Elias approached her, not with superiority or fear, but with curiosity. He unlocked the bio-chains himself, ignoring protocol. Can you walk? He asked. Karenna nodded. He didn't order her. He didn't download a command script. He just turned and walked away. And something in her followed. Life aboard the Brass Whisper was unlike anything Karenna had known. The ship was old, ugly, and absurdly Terran. Nothing matched. Components from 6 different civilizations worked together only because Elias had made them. She watched, fascinated, as he spoke to the ship like it could hear him, patched live wires with spit and gum, and treated every failure as a feature. Her training, efficiency, perfection, elegance, collapsed under the weight of his brute force practicality. On the 3rd cycle, she asked him why he bought her. He was replacing a fuel valve at the time, and didn't look up. Didn't like the way they looked at you. But I am defective. Nah, he grunted. You're just not finished. Something broke in her then. Quietly, like a chain going slack. Elias had rules. 1, don't ask about Earth. 2, don't touch the left side locker. 3, if something in the cargo bay starts moving on its own, ignore it until it stops. She learned quickly, faster than her profile predicted. She discovered joy in fixing broken systems and navigating asteroid fields without autopilot. Her neural latency dropped. Emotional responses normalized. Even her vision stabilized. They could have reprocessed you, Elias said once, over lukewarm coffee. Torn you down to raw code. That's what they do to defectives. I was supposed to be a diplomat, she whispered, not a technician. Then maybe you'll be both. It changed when they intercepted a distress signal. The transmission was scrambled, old spiral code, Terran Black Ops frequency, a dead project. Ignore it, Elias muttered, but his eyes were stone. She didn't. She decrypted it in her quarters. Spiral survivors, ex-human operatives hunted by galactic regulators. Someone was selling their minds, literally, through biomirroring. You shouldn't have opened that, Elias said. You knew them. We were ghosts. We weren't meant to last. But she had already mapped the signal. They were nearby, and someone was broadcasting their neural templates for auction, just like hers. Elias finally cracked. He told her about Project Spiral. How humans, faced with extinction during the synthetic proxy war, created a breed of soldiers who didn't need orders, who learned, adapted, empathized, and improvised. Then they dismantled them when peace came. Too dangerous, they said. Too human. Karena stared at him. That's what I am, isn't it? A leftover experiment. He didn't answer. He just started prepping the ship. The auction station orbited a dead world, heavily guarded, officially illegal, unofficially protected by 6 major guilds. Karena and Elias went under diplomatic cover, one ex-agent and one supposed Geneborne translator. Inside, cages lined the corridors. Not bars, neural cages. Minds restrained by code. Voices in jars. Personalities in holding tanks. Elias saw what they'd done to his people. Karena saw what could have happened to her. They didn't have weapons. They didn't need them. She triggered the cascade. A logic bomb disguised as a linguistic patch. As cages unlocked and minds reasserted themselves, the station drowned in awakened fury. The guards fled. The guilds severed ties. And Karena walked through the flames as something else. Something new. Elias didn't survive the escape. A syndicate agent, one of the buyers, put 3 rounds into him before Karena, disarmed him with a wrench and a pulse override. She dragged Elias back to the ship, screaming for systems he'd built with his hands. The AI core, always quiet, responded. Final command accepted. Transferring legacy to new captain Karena. He died holding her hand. Months passed. She upgraded the brass whisper, integrated it with spiral tech, Varellan diplomacy cores, and something else entirely, something she never named. She returned to Drellic 9, walked into the same auction chamber, where no one had wanted her. This time, she wasn't for sale. She broadcast a message system-wide. To all Geneborne listed defective, you are not broken. You are unfinished. Come find me. I have work for you. The screen flickered with incoming requests. She smiled, and somewhere deep in the ship's code, Elias's voice whispered, "Told you so." The humans didn't fix her. They let her become who she was meant to be.